This is Peace News Now with Derek J. Today is Friday, February 22nd, 2013. Here's what's happening in the world of peaceful evolution. Bitcoin is trading at just under 23 euros, 20 British pounds, or $30 American. Becky Oliver of Fox 4 News in Dallas released a recent investigative report on major security breaches at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. She captured a pattern of behavior by airport employees piggybacking or holding the door open for others, often strangers. This is a polite gesture in American society. At an airport where certain doors are locked and labeled for security, however, it's an obvious opening for anyone who wanted to sneak their way onto a plane unfettered. One random day at the airport with undercover cameras revealed dozens of violations. It's good to know that after you've arrived 3 hours early, thrown away your water bottle, taken off your belt and shoes, put your electronics in the tray, been zapped by an X-ray, and then groped by government, that your safety is, quite literally, in Uncle Sam's capable hands. The DFW Airport Administration and the TSA were reached for comment, but neither would talk. Lucy is 3 years old. She is disabled and bound to a wheelchair. Her parents were taking her on vacation to Disney World when they were stopped by, you guessed it, the TSA. One of the St. Louis TSA agents thought Lucy looked suspicious and demanded to pat her down to check for explosives and weapons. Even though it had already been scanned, Lucy's stuffed animal Lammy was taken away from her as she cried and said, "I don't want to go to Disney World anymore." According to the TSA's own website, it is legal to film all TSA procedures except for naked body screens. When Lucy's mother insisted on getting her phone out to record the pat-down, the fat black TSA agent lied on film saying, "It's illegal to do that."
Yeah, it's illegal to do that. You can't take.
Peace News Now applauds Annie Schultz, Lucy's mother, for insisting and asserting her right to record this so-called public servant. Her father said,
"It bothers me that my daughter was singled out specifically because she's in a wheelchair."
The ABC News reporter who broke the story notes that it was a happy ending, however, because Lucy eventually met Mickey Mouse. ABC News is a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company. Are you tired of the US government killing people around the world? Are you tired of having to pay for their murderous rampage? Stop using their money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless, free market, non-political currency. Bitcoin is money that cannot be inflated or controlled by any government. Bitcoin takes the power of money from government and returns it properly to the people. By continuing to use the dollar, you are helping the government. Stop doing it. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin at weusecoins.com. Albert Lexie is a shoe shiner in Pittsburgh who has donated over a third of his lifetime salary to the local children's hospital. The money goes to parents of sick children who can't afford to pay medical costs. Over the last 32 years that Albert has been active, he has donated 100% of his tips to the charity, a total of $200,000, and continues to give one shoe shine at a time. An article published this week on Philly.com features the story of Fernando Antonio Salguera and his recent arrest at the hands of Camden County Police. The author of the article, ironically named Jason Nark, presents Fernando as a humble but well-dressed and well-prepared man. Regular listeners of this program remember that Fernando's car was allegedly parked in a spot designated for police only. Camden County Police didn't like that, and when Fernando refused a search, they called out the bomb squad. Despite having been offered the key, Camden County Police in New Jersey used a robot to explode open the trunk of Fernando's car, only to find nothing but preparedness tools, which are perfectly safe and legal in Fernando's hometown. Fernando was arrested and faces 10 charges for possession of signal flares, a baton, and pepper spray. Fernando says, quote, "All that I am is a kid who grew up in a very, very rough way, who wants to leave the world in a better condition than I found it for my children. I have zero criminal record, and I come from Kensington. How do you come out of Kensington with no criminal record?" Speaking of Kensington, that's where your friendly criminal newscaster Derek J lives, who was also mentioned in the Philly.com article. Fernando says he hopes the charges against him are dropped next month. That's all the time we have for today. Links to these stories can be found in this episode's show notes. Find PNN on YouTube, iTunes, Twitter, Facebook, and LiveLeak. For PeaceNewsNow.com, I'm Derek J. Peace.